Welcome back, everybody. I hope you're having a fantastic day, because it seems Gaijin is not. And they've gotten themselves into a bit of trouble the last Sunday, and you probably know the story from the thumbnail, as it's been shared around every single Discord and Reddit multiple times. The website defenseblog.com ran a story claiming that War Thunder was funding a Ukrainian rebel group. Jumping further into the article, apparently this rebel group has a YouTube channel in which it's kind of like a Russian demolition ranch, and they show off various, often Russian, military equipment. And in fact, the video that had the War Thunder advert in it, they were shooting a BMP 1 and 2. So if you just read the headline, it's quite shocking. How could Gaijin do something so awful? Well, it's a bit more complicated than just that. So if you get off Reddit and actually read the article, you'll discover a few things. The first thing when you do read a shocking headline is look into the person who wrote the article. This one, Delon something that I can't pronounce, is a Peruvian man, but he was educated in the Ukraine. So obviously he has some sort of attachment to the nation. But also, the article itself is actually just parroting another article from a Ukrainian news source, mil.in.ua, which is entirely in Ukrainian, so I have almost no idea what it says until somebody sent me a translated article. But unlike the parroting article from Defense Blog, this one is much more in detail and a bit graphic. Actually, it's very graphic. They show an image of a dude missing his leg with no warning. Guess that's just how they do things down there in Ukraine. But anyway, what they do in the Ukrainian article is kind of pinpoint the location of where the videos are being shot and point that it is in an occupied area of Ukraine, occupied by the DNR, or Domstek People's Republic. No, you can't really just say, oh, this YouTube channel is in this area, therefore they are bad guys or whatever. The question comes in is, how exactly are they getting their equipment? I don't live there, so I don't know, maybe they got a BMP dealership down the road? I doubt it. What the article uses to really imply that the stuff is coming from Russia is in another video they are showing off landmines, including these PMN2 mines that are banned just about everywhere except for by Russia. So how do you think they got these banned landmines? And now to the part where Gaijin is involved. On two of their videos, one there was a War Thunder advert, an integration ad, and another one there was a Crossfire advert, integration ad as well. But it wasn't just a simple integration ad. They also had painted the War Thunder logo onto some concrete bricks, which they shot with BMPs. And for the Crossout integration ad, they had actually constructed a Mad Max looking van, painted the Crossout logo on it, and did something with it. I didn't actually watch that video. I think they tossed mines in it or something. So I'm not entirely sure the YouTuber's relations to whoever or however they got the things they do stuff with. It is questionable. For example, I've never seen Demolition Ranch use a BMP at all. In fact, when he does bring out tanks, he often talks about how expensive they are. So it really makes you question, where are they getting all this stuff? And I'm not going to go bother to defend this channel. That's their own mission. They have to do that. I am, however, going to defend Gaijin, not because they give me free things, but because they're being painted in a negative light unfairly. You see, Redditors and journalists most likely don't know this, but adverts on YouTube aren't very straightforward. Commonly, you get contacted by a third party. Like when I did a advert for Raid Shadow Legends, it wasn't Raid Shadow Legends who emailed me. It was a company that handles advertising. When I first saw this, I assumed the same thing. It's most likely a third party company that had contacted the YouTube channel, not Gaijin. So saying that the video game company is funding terror, as the headline says, is kind of misinforming. A proper headline, much less interesting, would be YouTube channel run within the occupied areas of Ukraine has a growing audience and sponsors. But of course, being honest with your headlines doesn't get all the clicks, and you gotta generate negativity because that's how you get views. Now, originally I did want to make a video on this subject because it's really interesting and clickbaity, but Gaijin hadn't put out a statement yet because it was Sunday, which also makes me think, like, do these people have something against Gaijin or something? Not only did the YouTube video that they're criticizing come out on the 25th of December, but they also published the articles on the weekend. The original one in Ukrainian was on the 2nd, and the parroted one on the blog was on the 3rd, which are weekends, and it's quite well known people don't often work on weekends. But anyways, quite early Monday morning today, you can probably tell it in my voice, I'm kind of tired, Gaijin finally released a statement. And what had happened is exactly what I assumed had happened. It went through a third-party ad agency who didn't do a thorough background check on the YouTube channel. So to read the statement directly, regarding the allegations of funding terrorism terrorism that came up over the weekend, we want to take this opportunity to clarify some things regarding the channel in question and how our sponsorships work. Apart from the handful of extremely big channels, we do not directly sponsor YouTube channels. We pay YouTube themselves for ad placement or hire advertising agencies to organize worldwide advertisement in bulk. We assume that YouTube channels with long history of hundreds of thousands of subscribers would have been checked by YouTube moderation for any sort of illegal activity. We do not endorse any political views anywhere and prefer to stay away from the matter. The advertising agency that arranged the ad on the respective channel's videos has requested the videos be taken down when they realize that they might drag us into a political discussion. This is the nature of online advertising. It is impossible for us to do a deep background check of every single channel that is presented to us by advertising agencies. This is also shown in the fact that many other well-known brands have had ads placed on various videos of the channel in question, which has apparently never been the cause of issue before. We want to thank you for your patience in waiting for an official response, and hope for everyone to have a great start to the new year. And the final chapter of this saga is exactly what Gaijin had said. The videos that were sponsoring Gaijin's products, Crossout and War Thunder, have been taken down. I doubt the ad agency that sponsored the videos in the first place is ever going to be working with them ever again, which I guess is unfortunate for those guys. Though it is kind of odd that when Gaijin projects are sponsored on the channel, it becomes an issue, whereas there's plenty of other sponsors on the channel and no one seemed to care. I guess perhaps it took some time to find the channel and all that, but other sponsored videos on the channel are still up there, but whatever. Hopefully we can steer clear of this situation in the future, and hopefully you guys could share this video about to get the word out that no, Gaijin is not funding terrorism. But anyways, I'll try to get another video out later today that's actually on War Thunder and not weird political issues. Hopefully YouTube doesn't demonetize this video because I said the word terrorism. Now, for the usual outro, share, like, video, all that stuff. A big shout out to my YouTube members, patrons, and Twitch subs. You guys can rest easy knowing that your money is not going to fund terror. Anyways, yeah, thanks for watching. I hope you all have a fantastic day. Also, in the terms of bonus news, there's a final chapter, an epilogue, you could say. Today, just a bit ago, the channel in question had released a video of much different tone than their other ones. It wasn't the typical YouTube apology video, but it was kind of in that usual style. There was no dogs, unfortunately. Well, you could hear it, one dog, but there were many children and sad people. I have just about no idea what they were talking about because, honestly, the auto-translated YouTube subtitles are pretty bad. But it was something like, oh, this is what we spend all of our ad money on, giving kids things. Which kind of reminded me of those prank channels that would be like, give sandwiches away to the homeless people. Like, I guess you're doing a good thing, but like, you're doing it for publicity. And in this sense, I guess they're doing it for PR reasons. I don't know, maybe they actually do give kids things all the time. I'm not sure. I don't care. I wonder if this is going to turn into anything bigger than it already is.